They say love can survive anything. But what happens when memory doesn't? This is the story of Lily and Ethan, and the day love and memory collided. Ethan opened his eyes to bright white lights and the faint sound of machines. A car accident. That's what the doctors said. He survived, but something didn't. Standing beside his hospital bed was Lily, the woman who had loved him for 6 years. Her hands trembled as she whispered, "Ethan, it's me." He looked at her, polite, confused. "I'm sorry," he said softly. "Do I know you?" In that moment, Lily felt her heart break without making a sound. The doctors explained it carefully. Ethan had lost parts of his memory, especially the recent years. He remembered high school. He remembered college. He even remembered his first love, Ava, but he didn't remember Lily. He didn't remember their first apartment, their late-night talks, the promise ring, the plans for a future together. To him, Lily was a stranger. To Lily, Ethan was her whole world. Over the next few weeks, Lily visited every day. She brought photos, videos, little reminders of their life together. Ethan would smile politely. "That looks like a good memory," he would say. But his eyes held no recognition, no warmth. Meanwhile, Ava, the girl he once dated years ago, came to visit after hearing about the accident. When Ethan saw her, his face lit up. "Ava, I remember you." Lily stood in the corner, invisible. It wasn't that Ethan was cruel. He simply believed what his mind told him. His heart followed his memory, and his memory didn't include Lily. One afternoon, Ethan gently said, "Lily, I'm grateful you care, but it feels wrong. I don't want to pretend to feel something I don't remember." Those words hurt more than the accident ever could. Love without memory felt one-sided, like holding on to someone who wasn't there anymore. That night, Lily went home and stared at the photos on the wall. She realized something important. Love isn't about forcing someone to remember you, and it isn't about begging someone to stay. Sometimes, loving someone means letting them go. The next day, Lily walked into Ethan's hospital room with a calm smile. "I think," she said gently, "you deserve the chance to build your life from where you remember." Ethan looked at her, surprised. "You are not angry?" She shook her head. "I loved you, and that love doesn't disappear. But I won't compete with your memories." She placed the promise ring on the table, not out of bitterness, but out of strength, and she walked away. Months went by. Ethan recovered physically, but something felt incomplete. He tried reconnecting with Ava, but it didn't feel the same. The stories didn't match the photos Lily had shown him. There was a quiet space in his chest he couldn't explain. One evening, he opened an old video Lily had left behind. In it, they were laughing in their tiny kitchen, flour on their faces from baking. Ethan watched himself look at Lily in a way he had never looked at anyone else. Soft, safe, certain. For the first time, his heart reacted before his memory did. He didn't remember the moment, but he felt it. Ethan went to find Lily, not to demand, not to expect, but to understand. When he saw her again, she looked different, stronger, peaceful. "I may not remember everything," he told her honestly, "but I know the man in those videos loved you deeply, and I want to discover why." Lily studied his face. This time, she wasn't desperate. She wasn't afraid. She had already learned her lesson. Love should be chosen freely, not clung to out of fear. She smiled gently. "Then we start as strangers," she said, "and see where truth leads us." Sometimes love and memory collide. Sometimes you lose the person you thought you'd spend forever with. But the real lesson isn't about being remembered. It's about knowing your worth, even when someone forgets it. Because true love isn't just stored in the mind. It's felt in the heart. And the strongest love is the one you have for yourself. If this story touched you, remember, never beg to be remembered. Be someone worth rediscovering.